Another episode here in your 20s podcast. Thank you, Music to Me Your Block. Shout out Goko Cafe. Shout out Studio 424. As always, man, it's a privilege to be here. And right now, I am here with Fadah.
Yeah.
Upcoming Chicago artist. Do I have to say more? Brother.
I like how you sounded it out too, because it's like I've literally done interviews where people be like, I'm here with Fadah right now. I'm like, bro, you could, we just talk, you know.
Redo that shit.
Literally,
Redo that
I respect it, bro. I respect it, bro. You said it just right too.
Fuck,
bro. I appreciate it, bro.
No, yeah. Honestly, AJ connected to us. You know, he connected us as well. I heard your music. I'm gonna start off the bat real quick off this interview. You sound like Pop Smoke, bro. I'm sorry to compare. I know people hate to be compared, but I heard this. I'm like, wait, what the fuck? I had to make sure. Who is this guy?
Interesting.
I've
heard that one other time before.
But it caught my attention right away, bro.
Yeah.
I don't want to say more with the unreleased album, but dude, that's a major compliment at my end. I don't know. Fuck the other guy who gave you that compliment. but I'm gonna tell you the truth. That was like, yo, like I'm assuming you've been doing this for like 10 years, no? Or how old are you?
I'm 28.
28. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I definitely been at it for damn near a decade plus. I started when I was 16. I made my first real song when I was 16. I should say that.
Okay.
You know, we was all doing the like lunch table raps. We was all playing around with some shit.
With the pencils?
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? But I wrote my first song and actually recorded in the studio and heard myself on the mic when I was 16. So that shit was crazy.
So before you entered the music scene, when did you know that you had that creative side of you to make music?
I knew I had a creative side of me from jump because like I was always involved in shit at school. You know what I'm saying? Like when I was a kid, I was involved in like different poetry clubs and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And like I've spoken at different ceremonies and shit when I was a real little kid, and like my OG would tell me shit like, damn, you good at speaking in front of crowds and shit like that. So I don't know. People used to tell me like that I was good at what I didn't know I was good at. So it took for me to find out pretty much.
So in high school, obviously you already knew that you had this talent. Did you know that you wanted to go to college? Or I don't know if you did go to college. Let me say that.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
Was that like your plan B? Because I know your plan B should be plan A. So you wanted to be an artist regardless.
Type shit.
So what did you go for college for? Let's just start off with that.
Well, actually, my first major when I went to college, it was mathematical sciences. I ain't gonna lie to you. But then I came to my senses, right? Because what the fuck? That shit hard as fuck, right? Like, what am I doing? But at that time, I was like, so like on the mindset of like, you know, being like a black math teacher. It's not too many male black math teachers.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So
Facts.
I was like real in tune on being that. And like when I was a shorty, I really wanted to be an architect as well. So like I was trying to find my way into that as well. But yeah, I came to my senses off that. But then I eventually got into psychology.
Okay.
But I failed the data portion of the psychology, like a data research methods class.
Surveys.
I couldn't get more than a C, like a C minus type shit. And surveys and shit, like the research behind it is kind of like, you know, it is what it is. I really like the mind portion of it, but I couldn't get past that part. So the only thing that my credits applied to at that point was communication. So I majored in communication. And I really wish I would have started with that shit, bro. Like, that shit is amazing. I ain't gonna lie to you.
That's cool, because I'm actually a psychology major, about to graduate in 2 weeks.
That's what's up, bro. Congrats, bro.
Thank you, bro. Interesting. But okay, so when you were like 16, 17, making your first real music stuff, when did you start actually, you know, leveling up, saying, you know what, I gotta take this serious for real, man?
When I heard my voice on the track for the first time, I was feeling like I needed to take it seriously, but I didn't know what that meant. Okay. So I was telling myself that I needed to take it seriously, but I didn't know what taking it seriously meant, which means I didn't know that I needed to invest in myself. I didn't know that I needed to basically spend money to make money. Okay. I was young with it, and I was seeing kids that was my age, but we was all kids. I was seeing kids blow up around me, and I was feeling like I was just as talented, if not more talented, than a lot of people around me that was getting a lot of clout. So I was feeling, you know, real entitled. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So I was just expecting things to come to me. And honestly, I didn't know what taking it seriously meant until I got to college, bro. Like, that's when honestly, it's not even then. That's when I started to get an inkling of it, but I was still real selfish with my craft. So, like, probably 2 years, 3 years ago is when I, like, after COVID, post-COVID.
Okay.
Yeah, because I made a lot of money in COVID type shit. And, like, we all had some opportunities in COVID, unfortunates and opportunities, you know what I'm saying? So I took my opportunities, you know what I'm saying? And I made the most of them. So
like side hustles, right? I'm assuming?
Yeah, for a fact, definitely.
So when you're doing this, well, actually, let me start off with this. it's actually odd because most people don't get confident with their voice and stuff after like 2-3 years.
Yeah.
You just said you were confident when you heard your voice.
Man.
That's a talent.
Man,
That's
for real.
confident. That's confident. I'm feeling the energy, bro.
For real. I appreciate it.
But so
Excuse me.
No. So when you were in college, where did you graduate from? Just
U of I in Springfield.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So a lot of people don't know it's a U of I in Springfield.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Yeah, you know, you got Urbana-Champaign, Chicago, and this one in
Bro,
Springfield.
college is college. You're paying for that. So like no matter where you graduate, you're getting that degree, man.
For a fact, definitely, bro.
And you're paying for it. Anyways, besides that, when did you start actually reaching out to these people to be like, hey, like, because you were missing the marketing and you were missing, I'm assuming, the business side of it. Because you were good and you saw the people blow up. You didn't understand.
Yeah.
So how did you start being more literate, you know, in those, you know, in the business aspect, in the marketing, you know?
Honestly, a lot of it came from what I majored in, you know, the communication. A lot of it came from that, but it got to a point to where I had hired a publicist. And when I hired a publicist, that's when I started to be able to do a little bit more in the city, because I'm just this, you know, this person who raps that's just reaching out to a lot of different, you know, platforms or whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. And basically, you know, sometimes to take people, you know, you got to know people, you know what I'm saying? So
Networking.
Exactly. Yeah. So it got to the point to where I hired a publicist. And when I hired that publicist, that's when I started able to, you know, I was able to do a lot more. And yeah, it got me to the point to where people started recognizing my face. And eventually I couldn't afford that publicist no more. But because I had put in the work of what I've been doing, you know, shit, you know, I'm here.
So like when hiring these people or trying to network, I know trust, at least for me, from experience, it's tough to trust people.
Yeah.
How do you enter these spaces to know who to trust with so you can, you know, excel your career, elevate your career?
I want to first start by saying you great at this shit, bro.
Thank you, bro.
You snapping right now, bro. You asking me some really good questions, bro.
Appreciate it, bro.
Real shit, bro. Like,
Appreciate
real
the kind
shit.
words.
Honestly, I still don't know who to trust, bro. And it's crazy because that shit comes from childhood. You know what I'm saying? The shit that I went through growing up, I ain't know who to trust around me then. So it's like I still don't know who to trust around me right now type shit. But, you know, that's like deep as fuck. I don't want to go too deep with that. You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
but
yeah.
it's like and plus because of the stories that we hear all the time in this shit, and we've been hearing them for so long. Like, you would think that when you hear a story about some shit that happened in the 70s, that you ain't gonna hear a replica, word for word, duplicate in 2022, like 2023. Like, you signed the same deal. Like it's crazy. It's crazy. Like, so it's like, yeah, I don't know who to trust, but they signed that deal because they probably trusted somebody. You know what I'm saying? So
it's crazy, man, because like your best friend can betray you just because of money. Just one simple dollar there,
for a fact.
Loyalty's gone.
Yeah, for a fact.
So that's the crazy aspect, and that's what I said. Obviously, your mom and your parents or your family, you're gonna trust them regardless, right?
Yeah.
So when you're entering this I'm assuming you've done shows before, no?
Yeah.
Performed?
For a fact.
So before you start performing these shows, how do you mentally prepare yourself to be like, you know what, I'm gonna give them the best performance out here?
Honestly, bro, in order for me to prepare for a show, first of all, I have to get over my anxiety, bro.
Okay.
Because I have this weird anxiety to where it's like I have to feel like I'm finna do bad in order to like be like, you know, motherfuckers got me fucked up. No, I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? Like, hold up. Like, I
know who I am.
Yeah, like I gotta literally tell myself that, like, bro, like, come on now, like, you know who the fuck you is. Like, sometimes you just gotta, like, you know, like, I just be having to remind myself. So it's
Who
like,
the fuck you are?
yeah, for a fact, you know. So it's shit. Honestly, bro, because it's like I'm gonna feel it regardless. I don't know why I feel that anxiety sometimes, but that anxiety brings the what the fuck out of me. Like, nigga, like, you got this. Stop tweaking. Like, motherfuckers got you fucked up. You know, and it's like, obviously no one's thinking this about me, but you gotta think motherfuckers got you fucked up.
100%. No, dude, I'm gonna start off to saying this. Psych major, we all experience this, bro.
Facts.
Anxiety. So anyone that says I'm better than you, shut the fuck up. I know you fucking cry at night too, man. Everyone does. We're humans, all these emotions. So before you judge someone, you feel the same way I feel. You might just handle it better, but they feel the same way you feel. And I like that you brought that up, because I keeping it real. People don't say that, but I'll say it. Bro, I get anxiety too performing some shows, some street interviews. But what? Practice. This guy came here and said he had 3 hours of sleep. How many people are actually working as hard as him?
Real shit.
Because if you're taking a day off today, I'm gonna tell you, Fadah gonna go under your nose and take what you just worked for half-ass, because he's gonna take whatever you have.
Come on now. Every time. every time. No, let me stop.
The name of the game. But okay, so how do you approach these? How do you approach your next features or these features? Or how do they approach you to collaborate?
So honestly, bro, like with the collaboration, I haven't done too much collaboration at this point. I probably got a couple of songs with a couple of people. You know what I'm saying? And it's probably because it's that trust thing, bro. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's not even the fact that I don't trust motherfuckers to get on the song with them. But if you get on here talking about some shit that I don't agree with, then it's like, oh, I can't. I don't even want to put this out at this point. Now you might feel some type of way because I don't want to put this out at this point, but I be standing on shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even. It's just certain shit that I don't agree with that niggas be talking about. You know what I'm saying? And like niggas be lying in their music too. You know, so it's like if you get on here lying. If you lying for entertainment, like just pulled up in a Rari, just like, okay, we know you not in a Rari, but it probably rhymed with your next bar. I don't rap about shit that I don't got specifically, but if niggas doing that, that's cool. But if you rapping about guns that you don't got, that's different. Like, bro, stop. Like, no, we already got the Chicago image. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's been hard for me for so long trying to figure out a genre for myself because we from Chicago. Everybody want to know am I Keith or am I Chance? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's, you know, so yeah, it just be certain shit that I don't be trying to rock with.
So since we're in Chicago and you hear, like you said, Chief Keef, Chance, Lil Durk, how do you find your own niche or how do you find your own sound in the city? Because, bro, it's saturated.
Yeah. Honestly, bro, I feel like I get a lot of my influence from the South because I stayed in Mississippi for 5 years too. For a really pivotal part of my life, you know, from 7th grade until 11th grade. You know, them years, you know what I'm saying? You can go into high school, find out if you a lame or not. You know what I'm saying? So there was some real pivotal years, you know what I'm saying? It worked out for me, though, you know? Real shit, though, but hell yeah. So I was in Mississippi a lot of the part of my time too, and I feel like because it was those pivotal years of my life, where I was in Mississippi, you know, that adolescence time where you really start wondering about yourself.
Who you are.
Yeah, for a fact. I feel like a lot of the South is ingrained in me, you know, so I don't know. I feel like I get a lot of my inspiration, like just trying to blend both of them, like I've always been trying to do, because even before I moved to Mississippi, we was just doing vacations down there. You know what I'm saying? So like, when I finally lived down there, or when we was doing vacations down there, I was coming back telling people about how I be, you know, eating deer sausage and all this extra shit. You know what I'm saying? All type of country ass shit, riding and
right.
Then I'm going back to Mississippi trying to tell you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I've always been trying to blend both lives, and I feel like I'm doing that with my music as well, you know, so.
That's a smart thing to do, because I feel like people just want to go to the drill rave or want to be the next Lil Durk and stuff, but you have your own wave. At least what I heard off your music, bro. I only heard like 3 songs from that track. I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? Man? Like, where the fuck did you find him? But okay, so we're gonna pivot a little bit over here. So making this music, getting creative, we experience some burnout, right? How do you cope with that when you're just like, you know what, I need to take a little break for myself? You know, you have to take care of your mental state.
Honestly, shit, how do I can't answer that, bro, because I'm not sure yet, you know? Like, and I get that from the life that I lived, like how I came up, you know, like just staying busy. I was always busy. So I used to work with my granddad a lot, basically, and like just something simple, like we couldn't sit down on a job. Like if we was sitting down, and it don't matter if he was over there doing this and we was just watching for hours, like
get your ass up.
Get off your ass.
Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah.
Sitting down just not a thing, you know what I'm saying? So it's like always just stand on the go has always been a thing for me, and it's like it's blessed me because it's like I've built myself up to a certain point, but like you said, I can burn myself out, and then it get challenging to my mind, and I start wondering about all of these hats that I'm wearing, you know what I'm saying? Like damn, am I tweaking on this? Should I even be doing this?
Am I doing enough?
That's what yeah, for a fact. So I honestly can't answer that question, but because I'm working on myself, and because you're such a great person, bro, the next time I come here, I'm gonna have an answer for you for a fact.
Bro, thank you, bro. Appreciate it.
For a fact, bro.
Also, too, since Chief Keef's in my mind right now, he's coming back here in Chicago for the first time since 2015, but performed since 2012 the first time.
Yeah.
What do you think that's gonna be here in Chicago? Do you think that's a good wave to have him back? A better opportunity? You know, I keep hearing different sides, like, oh yeah, Keef is back. It's like, you know what? I don't think Keef should come back.
I think I think it's gonna be monumental, bro. So I work for the 93 Boys, bro.
Oh shoot.
The first black-owned weed brand in Chicago. It's owned by Vic Mensa.
Yeah.
So like we found our dispensaries all over Illinois, right? So like basically last year we did Summer Smash. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, and that's what keep performing at, right?
Summer Smash, yeah.
Yeah. So last year we did Summer Smash. So I'm not sure if we doing it again this year just yet. But they was telling me about the security last year. I didn't work Summer Smash last year. I think I worked like Hyde Park Fest and like some other stuff we did last year. But
okay.
They was telling me about the security last year. I can only imagine how tight that security is gonna be this year if Keith is gonna be there, bro. It's gonna be crazy. Like, it's gonna be crazy. But I think it's gonna be monumental, bro, for a fact. I think it's gonna be dope. You know, I ain't trying to speak no negativity.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
Because it's like
he's still a GOAT. He's the GOAT.
Exactly.
Chicago, man.
You know, and it's because we in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we don't want to speak no craziness, but I feel like it's gonna be monumental, bro. Like what?
So speaking of one of the greats in Chicago, if you had to pick one, anyone from Chicago, who would you want to actually have a feature with?
A feature.
When one of the greats here in Chicago,
like
Dirk.
Like business mindset, like okay, this can grow your business, Fadah, or
just a feature in the song.
Just like you really love this person, you want this person to be on your song type shit.
Yeah,
it's gonna have to be. It's gonna have to be my uncle. Now I'm just like Kanye West, bro. Kanye West, bro.
I thought I was like, that's sentimental. Fuck that.
Nah, I be calling Ye my uncle type shit, but he be tweaking. But you know, my uncle, like uncles be sometimes. It's like, oh, stop tweaking. You know, you rock. You know what I'm saying? But it's gonna have to be uncle for real, though.
For sure.
I rock with Ye.
He's a great businessman too, so you get both worlds.
Hell yeah, bro. Definitely.
So I always hear Chicago have the best talent, but we gatekeep so much. Why?
It's the sauce. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Honestly, people be like, I feel like people don't know that the sauce, like if I don't get it from you, I'm gonna get it from somewhere. You know what I'm
100%.
saying? And I just feel like for some reason we just like to make each other work harder for shit. And I feel like that's our definition of gatekeeping. But in reality, we feel like we worked hard for the shit. And I'm saying we, but I ain't no gatekeeping ass person. Like I be vlogging that shit too, you know, and like I'm always on my vlogs. Like people be like, damn, like you got what kind of cell phone you got? I'm telling them exactly. I'm using my phone and a $30 tripod thing, bro. Like you could do it too, bro. Like,
for sure.
I be saying that to everybody, like, bro, you could do it too, bro. Like you could do it. Like I'm not gatekeeping at all. Anything that I know, I'm trying to tell people, but it's a lot of people who worked so hard for shit, and they like, man, I worked real hard for this shit, for this sauce. You know what I'm saying? Like,
for sure.
It's like you asking for the sauce for free, bro. Like, man, you better go get dirty for this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like. Motherfuckers be wanting people to actually, you know, go through the mud for it.
Yeah.
Which is understandable in some cases. You know what I mean? Because I might give you the sauce and shit. You taking all this shit that I worked so hard for. You know what I mean?
And
but at the same time, exactly. At the same time, it's all about having faith in what you're doing. I feel like a lot of people be leading with fear. You know what I'm saying? Like when you leading with fear, you're gonna be scared that somebody else gonna do what you do. But when you leading with love, you know you love what you do anyway. And people around you, that shit gonna gravitate regardless. So it's like a lot of people just be leading with fear, bro, and they be wanting motherfuckers to go through the mud. Like I went through the mud, shit. You got to.
You gotta work too.
You know what I'm saying?
I love what you said though, and that's why I don't like gatekeeping either. Why? Because dude, anyone could pick up a mic, anyone could put the headphones on, can sing, but they can't recreate what your personality.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's the person behind the mic that makes the magic.
Exactly. For a fact. As long as you being you shouldn't be worried.
So I always hear about like LA and Miami, right? Yeah. Like why are they excelling and why aren't we like LA and Miami? What, in your opinion, as an artist?
I usually hear about Atlanta.
Actually, yeah, like Lil Baby's out there and all them.
Yeah. I usually hear that Atlanta is like the places where, like the place where like people going and where it's like, it's a camaraderie. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody rocking with each other
together.
Seemingly, that's what I've heard. You know what I'm saying? In Atlanta, but I got cousins in Atlanta who be calling like, "What up, cuz? Like, man, like I'm trying to put you on with this, cuz. Like, whatever you need, just call me, cuz. Like,
for sure.
I got cousins in Chicago, you know, who can make those same phone calls. They don't be making phone calls though, and there's nothing to those cousins, cuz like I said. Those cousins worked hard for what they got. My family up here, they worked hard for what they got.
For sure.
And it's like we just got this mentality up here to where it's like you got to work hard for it too. And that's how my family was regardless. Like I was a kid working because I was just raised to work for my own. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But like I said, cuz in Atlanta be like, what's up, cuz? Like, just let me know when you need some, cuz. Like, type shit like that.
So on the come up as an artist, obviously there's like hiccups and all this stuff. What do you think personally was one of the hardest things you've had to face and, making music and being an artist, making a name for yourself?
The hardest thing I had to face, honestly, was just finding my own identity and believing the compliments that people were giving me, bro. It was real hard for me because I just didn't see it. It was a lot of self-doubt, a lot of, I was finna say immaturity, but it's insecurity. I'm tweaking.
Insecurity.
A lot of self-doubt, a lot of insecurity that I was dealing with, and it wasn't obvious to people because they still giving me these compliments about me, and I'm still doing what I'm doing, but I'm just really doubting myself, And so shit, I just stopped self-sabotaging shit. I talked about it before, like how I had to get over that self-sabotage, and like once I got over that, that's when I really that's when shit just started getting better for me, bro. Like, but it was a me thing, bro. I was leading with fear. I was scared, bro. And that'd be the thing.
Were you scared what people were gonna say? Because this is what I tell people: it's not cockiness, it's confidence, right?
Yeah.
I don't care what people have to say about me, because I'm doing this because I have a vision for it. So you can say something about me, cool, but I'm gonna make it happen regardless, with you or without.
Exactly. Exactly.
And I like that too, because you're being very authentic right now. A lot of people don't have that, which I feel like that's why they don't excel to the next level.
Yeah.
And I feel like you have that in you, which is why you've been doing this for 10 years.
Yeah.
You haven't quit in 2.
Yeah.
Right?
For a fact.
Because you know it's not going to happen quick, and you're going to work hard for it.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's what separates you from the quitters.
Yeah, man. Thank you. I appreciate the recognition on that shit.
For sure, bro. I tell AJ all the time, he's doing this 10 years, man.
Yeah, real shit.
People don't see nothing in 6 months, they quit. Like, bro, you got to stay consistent.
You got to. You got to, real shit.
Because next year you might blow up, and all that hard work
for nothing.
Paid off.
Hell yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I listened wrong.
No,
3 hours. My fault, bro. I'm sorry.
No.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
You're good, bro.
Real shit. Pay off, though.
And I like that about you, bro. You just have that energy, man. I don't know. Like, I feel like you're a good soul, bro. You have that energy. You're energetic.
I feel like that about you too, though, bro. Real shit.
I'm energetic, man. Like, it's like, I'd rather people hate me for being me and like me for being me than, hate me for not being me and like me for not being me.
Exactly, bro.
So, and in the end of the day, you're going to find your own circle regardless, right?
Necessary.
And trust. That's where it comes in the end of the day, bro.
Hell yeah.
Who to trust, who not.
Hell yeah. Definitely.
But I want to ask you, too, what's one of the big projects you have coming up?
All right. So the project that I got coming up is Bay Let's Get Rich. I feel like that's going to be one of my hardest projects to this day, bro. Because like I said, I've been working on myself. And it's like, before I just dropped a project before this as well.
Okay.
That it did really well. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like I just got to start playing with my talent as much as possible. Okay. And like on one of these songs, I'm like, I ain't hoarding no more. So it's like I'm not even trying to hoard these songs. Like, how people be posting these memes like, this is me, and then it'll be the real big book bag, and it's like, this is all of my unreleased music, and it's from a person who got like 1,000 followers with like 200 listeners. It's like, bro, you need to post all of that unreleased music. You know what I'm saying? Like,
consistent.
Exactly. The goal is to get it out there, but it's like I had to just tell myself that. You know what I mean? So it's like I'm done hoarding, but I feel like the project that I just put together, this Bay Let's Get Rich, is coming out May 22nd. Yeah, bro, it's gonna be one of them, bro, for a fact.
So when you put these projects together, what's the process like? How long does it take? At least for you, everyone's different, but how long does it take for you at least? And you have to get it mastered, engineered, and all this stuff. How is it like budget-wise and the process? How long does it take?
Well, first off, shout out to my boy CB. That's who produced the first half of this project. He produced my last project as well, the one that really got me feeling real good. You know what I'm saying? That's my boy right there. And then shout out to my boy Jake as well. That's who I be mixing and mastering with over at his studio. I'm sorry. But honestly, my boy CB, he rock with me on a beats tip. You know what I'm saying? I don't really want to get the numbers on those. Okay. But as far as Jake goes, like my boy, he rock with me 60 an hour. So it's like I probably didn't put in like for this album total, maybe like 24 to 30 hours type shit for this album. Yeah. And I'm finna go back to the studio Sunday. Okay. So it's gonna be damn near like 35 hours for this shit. Yeah.
How many songs again?
It's 8 songs.
Okay.
But I be wanting that shit to sound, like I've come such a long way in this shit. You know what I'm saying? And I be really wanting it to sound like I've, done well with time. You know what I mean? Like, Malik is growing. I say my real name all the time too, but
No, for sure.
It's Muslim for king. And it's like, it's another thing, bro. I don't never want to lose who I really am as well. So
Okay.
Like, yeah,
You're Christian. You're Christian, right? Or
yeah, I grew up in Christian churches. I grew up in a black family who was like, we Christian, this thing. I never really was sat down and told anything about a religion that I'm supposed to be or what I am or anything in that nature. So it's like, I've always just been really spiritual as far as like talking to God. I pray every day. I meditate every day. You know what I'm saying? But
there's someone up there. You just don't.
Exactly, yeah.
I don't know how to say it, but you just don't like, you're not in a firm religion.
Yeah, for sure.
Identify.
It's a lot of different things that I agree with in like all religion. I can take something from certain religions and it's like, damn, I can rock with that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
okay.
I feel that for a fact, but because I was, and we big on what we told when we kids. If I feel like if I was told something when I was a kid, I feel like I would lead with that because that would have probably been a faith that I've been following my entire life. But
you'll implement it.
Yeah, exactly. I just been around, just like we created that.
So, and this is a very important that I feel a lot of people forget. Well, I'm gonna ask you: do you think religion or having faith in a higher power makes most of your success?
I feel like it does, but I'm not gonna lie and say I've seen goofy shit out here that made me question that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Fair.
It's like, it's motherfuckers out here who literally will answer that question like, nah, bro, I don't believe in God. I never did believe in God.
Right.
And they living so much better than me. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh my God, like that's
on
crazy.
social media though, but internally,
exactly. That's what I had to learn. Like in their mind, I don't know how they feeling though, and I feel amazing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, well, even when I don't, I know I can pray. You know what I mean? I know I can meditate. You know what I'm 100%. Saying? So it's like, I had to learn that. I thought it was a thing to where it was like, damn, it's questionable, but now it's like, nah, I feel like to have that spiritual feeling, like no matter what level you are in life, I feel like it's definitely necessary. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever 100%. Kind of spiritual feeling you seek is necessary to some extent.
100%. I only ask that because I see a lot of TikToks and a lot of stuff saying like a lot of these successful entrepreneurs or whatever, they always talk about God. They're just like, I made $100 million a year, but I would have never made it here without a religion.
Facts.
So I'm like, oh shoot, like I'm a believer, but I'm just like, oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, for a fact.
And then comes a time where I hear some artists where they're just like, I just sold out a stadium. I am God.
Yeah.
So they forget like there's a God, but I'm like,
literally.
Yeah. I'm like, how does that? Yeah. I'm like, yo. I'm like, maybe, but hold on.
The memes be funny about that.
Yeah, bro. I'm like, damn. Like you sold your soul for sure.
Right.
For sure. Like no one's saying they're selling their soul, but they sold their soul for sure.
For sure.
Fuck, bro.
Nah.
Would you sell your soul, man? P Diddy comes right now, $2 million. You gonna take it?
Bro, I could never, bro.
200 mil.
Bro, honestly, I could never. And the reason why is because I've always been a broke materialistic. I know what it's like to be poor as fuck, but I know what it's like to have money. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
I was a little kid working with my grandpa, bro. He was paying me $50, $60, $75 a day. I was working 5-6 days a week. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I was leaving him and going home, and like my mom, she'd deal with like, different drug issues or whatnot, and I was an irresponsible kid, so that money was obviously disappearing. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
But it's like, I know what it's like to have a wad in my pocket. You know what I mean? Like, I know what it's like to
work.
Exactly, and to go get that shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's
like that.
Yeah.
Man, bro, like, out of all the people that we've like encountered and you've brought here, dude, he speaks fucking facts, bro. he's being real. He's being real. A lot of people filter, but I'm just like, no, this guy's being real, and I appreciate that, bro. Seriously. You talked about Summer Smash. You were there last year. You have
my team was there last year.
Team.
I ain't working last year for sure.
My team was there. Any plans for the next 5 years that you're gonna perform there or would want to perform there?
Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah, definitely, bro. The whole plan is to just keep doing what I'm doing, and hopefully get to the point to where I can get enough recognition to where motherfuckers reaching out, or to where I can eventually get a manager that starts setting things up for me, because I used to reach out for things like that, like I need a manager. I used to post it all the time, like I need a manager, and it's like I had a conversation with somebody like like, man, you should wait until you like kind of get some traction to get a manager. Then I was like, man, I don't know, because it's like I want to know the motherfucker I'm dealing with, and this person who see me as the manager, But they go back to that trust thing, and it's like at some point, Malik, or Fadah, I be having to remember to call myself my rap name. At some point, Fadah, you gotta know that it's business. It's nowhere around business. You know what I mean? So it's like, in order to handle business, you got to take risks. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes dealing with people include taking risks, you know. So it's like I stopped just saying I need a manager and just, you know, I'm waiting for that time to come, you know.
When
so
it comes, you gotta be, like, no one's gonna come save you as a man, bro.
Hell yeah.
Anyone here in this room, like, it's sad to say, you have to go get it.
Real shit.
Because no one's gonna come here gonna want to give you a Ferrari.
Hell yeah.
You're gonna have to wake up and work your ass off to get that Ferrari.
No cap, bro.
It's tough, but like that's how the world works, and that's what's like being a man, man. Shit's tough out here. All you girls be playing this shit. Fuck. Piss me off. Anyways, Fadah, I wanted to keep this nice and short too, for time's sake. And this conversation is really phenomenal. But any upcoming things that you have, or something I didn't touch on that you would want to mention?
Only thing that I want to touch on is, like I said, I got this Bay Let's Get Rich project coming out May 22nd. I don't know if it'll be out by now. If so, go ahead and go stream that. Go to the site, get some merch. But if not, look for it. It's on the way. Excuse me. I'm sorry.
No, then, bro, you good.
Yeah, I also vlog as well. So check out my motherfucking YouTube channel, Ennever Fadah. That's ENEVER. And then, yeah, Ennever, that's also my clothing brand. So definitely you can go to enneverfadah.com for some merch as well. And then, like I said, I work for the 93 Boys. So definitely catch us outside, because we're going to be doing a lot of events this summer. And what else I be doing? Shit, some other shit too.
Anyway, any features though on the project?
No features.
No features? Okay.
Not just yet.
Not yet.
You know, I feel like that's what I want though. I want to do some more of that though. So once it drop, you know, hopefully some people reach out to me and want to, you know, we can put out a deluxe. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. You just want people to hear you for you. You know, you want to have that shit.
I want people to hit me at this level first. Like
I'm gonna tell you guys, like that song bro, that music that I'm not saying this to say this. The music that I was seeing off what AJ's song like showed me, dude, this is actually fire. Like I'm not gonna lie, this is fire.
Real shit.
But thank you, Fadah. In Your 20s show. Go shout out Music to My Ears blog, Go Coast Cafe, Studio 424, Spotify, Apple Music, all these platforms.